Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you had a great week. Hope everybody's staying safe, and hope you guys had a great Halloween. I had a pretty good Halloween. It's been crazy the past couple weeks, but um, yeah, it was pretty cool. I worked on my suit, went to downtown Hollywood with my best friends, had a great time there. I'm gonna post a video of what we did over there. I mean, we didn't do much, we just walked around, took a bunch of pictures and everything, but it was fun. Well, like I said, I told you before that I was working on a movie review, so here it is. It took a little longer, but again, it's been a long 2-3 weeks. And to top it all off, I got sick yesterday on my way to work. It's Saturday, it's 6 o'clock in the evening right now, and I'm feeling better. I was still feeling pretty sick today until about 1 o'clock or so, but I'm feeling better now, so that's good. So I figured, okay, now that I'm feeling better, my stomach's not bothering me as much, I don't have the nausea and all that, so I figured let me do the video now. My movie review is Halloween Kills. Now, I saw it opening night. I took my mom to see it, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was a, fairly full theater. I mean, they still kept, space seating between everybody for social distancing, but it was quite a few people in the theater. And then within the past 2 weeks, I saw 2-3 more times on Peacock, so I can really analyze it. This review is gonna have some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch the video. Watch it first. Watch the movie first, and then you can watch the video after if you want. I'm not gonna go into scene by scene. I'm not gonna review the entire film, just little parts of it that I really enjoyed. For starters, I know a lot of people. This one seems to have divided fans. I know a lot of people said that they didn't like the abrupt ending, but I've been hearing this being called the Empire Strikes Back chapter of the trilogy, or quadrilogy if you count part one. I guess it's true because this one is a lot darker than the last one. It was way more brutal. It lives up to the title, Halloween Kills. It does live up to the title. Michael Myers is more brutal in this one. He's more vicious and angry. I think he's probably the most brutal since I've seen him in the entire franchise. The movie itself was really good. I really enjoyed it. They actually tried to say a few things that you don't really see in, especially slasher films. They tried to address the whole mob mentality, why that's so dangerous. I like that they focused on the aftermath of the killings on the survivors, like the surviving family members of the victims and all that. This movie actually had 1 or 2 moments that actually made me feel kind of it was pretty sad. It made me feel real sad for the characters. For example, you remember Oscar from the last one, who Michael stabbed him back and he got impaled through the neck, through his chin with the iron bars of defense. Well, there's a sequence where his mother is looking for him in the house when she finds him on the morgue, his body on the slab. That was heartbreaking, for a parent to see their child like that. And the whole mob mentality thing I'm talking about, the Tommy Doyle character gathers a bunch of people to hunt Michael down. And there's a scene in the hospital where one of the escaped patients, again, people don't know what Myers looks like. So they saw he was a mental patient and they showed his picture on TV, so they figured that was him. And when they were chasing him, it was sad to see that when the Karen character tried to lock him in the hallway area to prevent the mob from getting him, when he realized that they were surrounding him on both sides and they were starting to break in, he actually starts crying a bit out of fear. And when they start breaking through the doors, despite the fact that Karen and Brackett were trying to let everybody know that it's not Michael, it was pretty sad because of the fact that, again, he's a mental patient, he's hurt, he goes to the hospital looking for help, and the mob turns on him thinking that's Michael Myers. And rather than face the wrath of the mob, he decides to jump out the window to his death. So they played it pretty sad. The music was sad, just the way they shot it and everything. Seeing his reaction, it makes you feel really bad for him. That was well done. There's a few moments that there were a few moments that kind of make you think about what would you do in those situations. Like, would you leave it to the police? Like, if you think about it, it's a small town, and then there's this killer who killed a few people 40 years before, and now he's back and he killed a bunch of people again. So you figure, how does that affect a small town? Like, if you were in that small town and a serial killer killed people would you leave it to the police? Would you join a mob? What would you do? The movie kind of gets you to question what would you do in that situation. And again, it shows you the dangers of mob mentality, why it's dangerous to do that. The movie itself was fun. It was a lot of fun. It looked like Halloween, and I mean that's by the season and everything. It didn't just, it was just not that it just took place at night. There was a lot of decorations, the fall leaves and everything that made it look like the actual season. So that was cool. Again, Michael was extremely brutal in this movie. Like, he's actually kind of scary in this movie. Like, when he's on screen, you get kind of like nervous about what he's about to do, because he's so vicious in this movie. I love the opening of the movie. It takes place directly after the ending of the last one, and that flashback scene. That flashback scene was so well done. It looked like if you didn't know any better, you'd wonder if that was like maybe deleted footage from the original film, because the colors were just like the original movie. They were like washed out. The film itself looked kind of old. The police uniforms, and even Michael in the flashback. They did such a good job on Michael for the flashback. The mask looked like the original movie, the suit, everything. And again, if you didn't know that, you'd think that was probably like unused footage. Because the film itself, not just the coloring, but the film itself looked like it was shot in 1978. The neighborhoods and everything, it looked like it was shot in 1978. They had all the 70s cars out in the streets and everything. The neighborhood itself looked like the way it did back in 1978, so that was really well done. You get to see the Dr. Loomis character there again, and it's played by a lookalike actor. At first I thought it was CGI, but I saw the behind the scenes featurettes, and it turns out that it was an actor that looked like Donald Pleasence. I think they cut his beard to shape it up like the way he had it. They put some appliances on his face to kind of enhance the look of how Donald Pleasence's face looked, and he talked like he was trying to emulate Loomis's voice, and I think he did a pretty good job. I think he did a really good job on trying to emulate his voice. I mean, we all know it's not really Donald Pleasence, unfortunately. He passed away years back, but I think the actor did a good job looking like a very believable Loomis. The soundtrack in this movie is awesome. It's creepier, it's more eerie. This one, even though it has tracks that were used in the last one, they altered it a bit to make it seem more eerie, more like, I guess you would say, more, not to make it sound as epic, just darker. More full of dread than somebody's drag racing outside. I'm just going to talk a little bit about something, because again, the movie's like an hour and 45 minutes and change. But the acting was good. I like the acting. There was a couple little moments where certain lines were delivered kind of like, I would have gone for a different take, but overall, most of the acting was really good. I like the fact that they brought back a lot of the original actors and actresses from the first movie. That for the surviving characters, they had Charles Cyphers back as Lee Brackett, which was really cool. They had Kyle Richards back as Lindsay Wallace, and they had Nancy Stevens back as Marion Chambers. The only downside was that, I don't know why, I had to look it up as to why, but they couldn't get Brian. They didn't have Brian Andrews back as Tommy Doyle. They had Anthony Michael Hall. So I'm not sure why. I have to look up. I don't know why they couldn't get Brian Andrews back, but that would have been awesome to get him in there. But again, I really enjoy seeing those original actors and actresses back facing Michael. Let me see. The effects were really good. The gore. Oh, this movie lives up to its title. Like I said, the gore in this movie. The kills are pretty brutal. Michael does some really messed up kills for some characters. The only kill that I didn't really like, because it kind of made me laugh a bit. The only kill I didn't like was the woman dressed as a nurse, that she was a doctor, that she's walking towards the car opening fire, and Michael kicks the door, causing the door to hit her hand as she's about to pull the trigger, so her hand turns over and she actually shoots herself in the face. It was funny, but that was the only kill that was like, But other than that, all the other kills are like very brutal, and they do practical effects, which I love, because I went to college for 3D effects and animation, but the one thing I can't stand in action movies and horror movies is when they use CGI blood. Oh, I can't stand it. I cannot stand that. But they use practical effects, the fake blood, the rubber body parts, or whatever, to make it look lifelike. So this movie, you'll cringe in a lot of kills. It's gruesome. The music is amazing. The cinematography is beautiful. This movie is actually beautiful. To look at it, it's shot so well. The great use of lighting, shadow, color, all that. The sound editing was amazing. And yes, it does end on a cliffhanger because again, people have to remember this is a part of a trilogy. So it like kind of like Lord of the Rings, the first and second movie ends abruptly. Only the third one had an ending. Similar to this one, like the last one that ended abruptly, this one ends abruptly because the next one we're getting next year is called Halloween Ends, and that's the finale. So I knew there wasn't going to be an ending, and I like the fact that they didn't try to rush everything into this movie, because then what would they do for the next one? So they kind of fleshed it out and they spaced it out a bit, which I appreciate because it didn't feel rushed. The movie didn't even feel rushed. There's one scene in there that I was like, I've never seen happen before. There's a scene where Michael's actually surrounded by a bunch of people and they just go to town on him, which I did not expect to see that. So that was actually really cool. But yeah, that's like I said, for me, the acting I give it out of a 5-star rating. The acting I give it 3 stars. The sound quality I give it 5. The cinematography I give it a 5. The special effects a 5. And honestly, the entertainment I'd give it a 5 as well. I know some people were divided because of the fact that it ended abruptly, and they thought it was a little too different from the last one, which I don't mind as long as they don't go off the rails. But me personally, overall, I would give this movie a 4 stars out of 5. I would give it 4 stars out of 5. Because there was just a couple of tiny little things that I would have had them do differently, and I would have given it a 5-star rating. But it was minor, there was a few minor things. So I'd give it, if I'm gonna be honest, I'll give it 4.5, max 4.5 out of 5. So if you guys, like I said, if you guys want to see it, I will definitely watch it. I will definitely go see it if you ever you. It's on Peacock. If anything, if you guys don't want to go to the theater, it's on Peacock. I actually signed up for Peacock just to watch it. It's like $4.99 a month for I forgot how many months, but it's worth it. It's cool. It's a cool movie. I think you like it, and it leaves me wanting to know what happens in the next one. Yeah, definitely go watch this. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. Let me know what part you did like, what part you didn't like. If you liked the movie overall, if you didn't like it, I like hearing from you guys. And sorry, this is my first movie review, so I always go off. I never have a script, so I just sit down and talk straight to you guys from the heart. So I'm glad. I noticed my subscriber count has gone up, so I want to say hi to all the new subscribers. I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm looking forward to making more videos. I think I'm going to be able to get back on track now. I remember I mentioned about filming a lot of stuff for for the next 2 episodes of my Halloween series. I just have to film a couple more scenes with some of my friends and family as acting in it. So I'm trying to get to do that. And after that, I'll be able to release it. But anyway, so, I'll see if I can release that soon. And again, thank you guys for hanging on, sticking around. And I'm looking forward to making more videos and love to hear what you guys think. So you guys stay safe. And again, this is my first movie review. Probably sucks, but I'll get better in time. Again, I'm no professional by any stretch of the imagination. I just want to, one Halloween fan to another, I just want to do stuff to make you guys, to entertain you guys with, laugh or smile or, whatever. So, anyway, thanks, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.